Alright guys, third vlog, several things to talk about. I have written notes, so if I look over at my screen and you guys see me look at my screen, that's why I'm reading notes. I watched a 44-minute documentary on YouTube yesterday called Finding Earth 2.0. I stayed up until like 3 a.m. watching it. It was pretty good. It was pretty interesting. I'll put a link to it in the description below if you want to watch it. The documentary goes really into the Kepler space telescope, which took decades to assemble. Its mission is to detect alien worlds orbiting distant stars, so to find planets, exoplanets. It was launched in 2009, and since then it has cataloged over 4,000 planets. That's a lot of planets, and that's just like a little small section of a patch of stars that it's been looking at. So it's not even like the whole cosmos or anything. It's just like a tiny fraction. And out of all those planets, only a few have been marked as Earth-like. At least from the data that scientists have been able to gather. There's one interesting one, though, Kepler-22b, and it's in the Goldilocks zone. So it's not too far away from its sun, and it's also not too close to it. It's just in the right distance. So it might harbor life. We don't know. We don't know if the planet is rocky or has like liquid water or like gases, I guess. I mean, we don't really know what it's made of. We only know that it's several times the size of Earth, and it's really in the best zone it could be. It's orbiting a star very much like ours, and yeah, that's pretty awesome to think about. I mean, until we get better equipment or actually go there ourselves, then we won't know what's on that rock. But the thought of it, to just imagine what could be potentially there is awesome. If there is liquid water and there's like oceans and stuff, like what could be under that water, under that ocean? That's awesome to think about. So I also watched The Giver yesterday, The Giver the movie. I read the book when I was 12, and it's a pretty good movie. Interesting plot, interesting story, to say the least. I found the concept of being able to receive memories from like other people fascinating. It was pretty awesome. Kind of reminds me of The Dead Zone a little bit, that TV show. At least the whole being able to like receive memories from the past by just touching someone's hand. That's the Dead Zone stuff. If you don't know what The Giver is about, I guess I can like summarize it without giving too much away. So here's a synopsis. The Giver is set in a distant future where people live in harmony, well, so-called harmony, because they've removed every bit of emotion and dissimilarity between one another. So everyone's essentially the same. No one person is different. They take morning injections to remove things like primitive urges, like emotions, the urge to want someone or want something, to feel love, happy, angry. They've removed color. So basically everyone sees everything in like grayscale, so black and white. It starts off as a utopia. I mean, everyone's living in harmony. They don't lack any resources. Like, they have enough food, they have education, they have medicine. So it starts off as a utopia, but then slowly, as the story progresses, it turns into a dystopia. The main character, Jonas, sees things around him that strike him as evil, and that's after he's learned what morality is, what love is, from The Giver, from the memories of The Giver. So it's an interesting story. I mean, you should probably check it out. If you haven't read the book, I would recommend reading the book before watching the movie. It's basically a story of a great awakening, learning about the past and realizing that society has lost something. It's actually they've eliminated something willingly, So yeah, it's a pretty cool story. Also, I wanted to talk about the Ebola scare that's been going on here. I'm loading up CNN.com, and it says here, nurse with Ebola being moved to Maryland. So basically what's going on here in the United States, specifically in Texas, or around Texas, people are freaking out, man. People are freaking out about this Ebola virus. And the reason being, the National Institute of Health, or whatever it's called, has released a statement saying that the hospitals that were admitting patients with Ebola or treating people with Ebola, they didn't have the right protocols, and they also didn't apply what they had to do. What I'm basically saying is the hospitals messed up in several things. For example, they let this nurse travel in a plane while she had Ebola. Now at the time they didn't know this, of course, but she had a fever, so she could have contaminated or infected everyone on that plane. Now that's a serious thing, because if those people just go about their lives, they can infect other people, and so on and so on. So you got this mass pandemic just because one person or one hospital made this very big mistake. So yeah, they're looking into that. Also, a lot of people are freaking out because Ebola doesn't show signs, symptoms, until it's too late. Once you have a fever and once you start getting all the symptoms, then you probably only have a few days until you die, unless it's treated right away. The biggest question I have, though, is didn't the first few people who got Ebola here in the States, those missionaries or whatever, weren't they treated by an experimental drug and then cured? Why can't they just do the same thing with everyone? Does it cost money? Is it not working anymore? Is it just a one-time thing? So yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I mean, if it worked for those people, then why the hell do we still have Ebola running around from person to person here in the United States? I mean, if it works if it worked for those people, we can probably come up with a vaccine, and then after curing the people here in the States, cure the people in Africa, because that's where the source is. Tackle the root of the problem. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of Ebola news on TV right now and online because America is freaking out. People are freaking out here about Ebola. So anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about in this vlog number 3. It's October 16, 2014, and yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I had to talk about those things. I will be making more vlogs in the future, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, thank you so much for watching again, and hit that subscribe button if you want to watch more vlogs like this one. Yeah, peace out, guys. Thanks for watching.